Dear friends, hello, good day. This Shabbat we're going to be reading a double portion of Chukas and Balak, two fascinating portions. And this is also a part of our inspiration series, number 84, installment 84. I want to talk about the main personality of the portion of Balak, the second portion of our double portion. Bilam was a prophet. Not only was he a Gentile prophet, but his prophecy was at the level of Moses. He was able to, or he knew the moment when it's very possible to curse someone and that curse can happen. No one else knew that moment, not even Moses, but he knew that moment. And he was hired by people all the time to curse their enemies, their business partners, their suppliers, their customers, all other people that people wanted to get rid of. He would be hired to curse them. That's how he used this incredible gift that was given to him by God. And then we go into our portion, where Balak, the king of Moab, who's scared that the Jewish people are encroaching on his territory and the way to Israel want to capture him and go to battle and win like they won every war, calls Bilam to say, please, I need you. I'm hiring you to curse the Jewish people. Now, but the caveat is that Bilam, though he did many bad things in his life and he used his incredible God-given talent to hurt people, which was not in the favor of God and how God wanted him to conduct himself, yet he knew that his power was given by God. And he told Balak through his messengers that I'm not sure if I can go. I have to double check with God. And initially, we're told twice, God told him, no, I don't want you to go. When the third delegation came, God said, you really want to go? I will let you go. Now, when Bilam was telling Balak's people why he can't go, he didn't clearly say it's because God said no. He insinuated they're not a high enough delegation, not important enough people. Maybe you're not giving me enough money. Until eventually he sent a high delegation. He offered plenty of money. God said, you want to go, you can go. But then something fascinating happens. He starts traveling, excited about his journey and ability to kill and get rid of all the people by just saying a curse word. And as we're told in the Talmud, one word, kilem, destroy them. And what happens? He has some incidents with his donkey. His donkey that he rode on for many years. 3 times he goes off the path because the donkey was given the ability to see an angel standing in his path while Bilam was not. And the Bilam got very upset. He started to hit his donkey and hit him mercilessly until, wow, something unusual happens. The donkey starts talking. And Bilam answers him back. And the donkey says, why are you hitting me? So Bilam says, because you're not taking me where you're supposed to. And he says, but it's not my fault. Didn't you see what I saw? Someone standing in the path? And all of a sudden Bilam's eyes were open and he saw an angel standing there with his sword out, not letting the donkey go through. And Bilam says, wow, if I would have known you're here, I would have not done this. So here's a man going to destroy people with one word, and he couldn't even see an angel standing in his path on the way. This paradox is really the paradox of Bilam himself as well. God gives him an incredible talent, and he can use it, and God gives him the free choice to use it as he wants. But Bilam's choices were not good choices. He wanted to curse the Jews. He wanted to hurt the Jews. But he knew that God loves the Jews. God just took them out of Egypt. And he's trying to play games with God, to lure God somehow, to allow him to go. And maybe while he's there, we'll find the opportunity when God will get upset at the Jews and he'll curse the Jewish people. So Bilam thought that he can drag God into his own path, into his way of how he wants things to turn out. And how does God answer Bilam? He says, I'll let you go. But in the way, he shows him that even his donkey, an animal, Not a human who has the ability to see things clearly and think and make choices. Not a prophet who has the ability to see things that most humans don't see. But a donkey saw more than he saw. And this tells us a lot about how we have to live our life in the world. Very often we think circumstances happen and we respond to these circumstances and we build our worldview based on these circumstances, but that's not the truth. God responds to us. We create the circumstances. Our choices. Bilam made 3 choices to try to convince God to let him go, and God responded by 3 times his donkey saw more than he saw, telling him, Bilam, get clear sight. Eventually Bilam blessed the Jewish people, but God was trying to give him a message, and that's the message to all of us. Don't think that things happen around us and we respond to them and it's not our fault because a bad thing happened to us and that's why we're in a bad mood, or we're not looking at it in a clear and a positive way, we're looking in a negative way. It's not true. We make choices, and the choices we make bring about the circumstances that happen. If you make good choices, God will bring about good circumstances, will make things even unbeknownst to you happen that will help you along the way of continuing to make good choices. But you make bad choices, God will bring up again and again to try to help you see the bad choices you make, to open up your eyes. And you know, sometimes you won't open up your eyes. Bilam, he had a great gift from God of seeing things other people don't see. Eventually his eyes opened up. And still he went, but he realized he can't go against God. He ended up blessing the Jews. But many people still don't open up their eyes. It's so important to make sure that we realize it's all in our hands. We are the ones directing and guiding how our life will turn out. God just responds to us. And even though he's responding to us, he tries to give us hints when we're going off the right path. So don't blame the circumstances when things don't go right. Look at the choices you're making, and then you'll see how things will turn around. It doesn't mean you make good choices, you'll be wealthy, you'll be healthy, you'll live to 120 years, because those are not where the true gifts of life lie. We all want to be healthy, we all want to have enough money to have whatever we need. But most importantly, we want meaning, we want purpose, we want impact, we want to do what's right, what we're put here in the world for, and our choices help us to get to those things. So that's our inspiration for today. Take heed and you will see a different life in front of you. Have a Shabbat Shalom. Candlelighting time in Montreal is 8:28 p.m.